room where several victims were found. Authorities said they would determine responsibility and check for violations of safety laws. Rising tensions in the Middle East have disrupted naphtha imports, forcing South Korea's petrochemical firms to cut production and putting local plastic processors in a bind. Manufacturers of bags, packaging, and containers are struggling to secure raw materials, raising concerns about production halts in April. About 20,000 plastic processing companies employ 240,000 people, most of them small businesses with limited resources. The shortage is beginning to affect industries like beauty, fashion, and food, which rely on these materials. Companies are calling for alternative naphtha supply routes, including from Russia, to reduce Middle East dependence. Without solutions, production and costs may be heavily impacted. In local news, the Busan Metropolitan City Office of Education will invest about 5 billion won to reduce gaps between kindergartens and daycare centers. The plan aims to improve services for young children through a pilot integration program and expanded care services. Key projects include joint cultural programs, emotional support services, and safer environments for children. The office will also work closely with the city to develop a local childcare management model. Financial support for parents will continue, including free private kindergarten education and additional childcare subsidies. Evening and weekend care services will also be expanded to better support working families. Busan Technopark announced that the 2026 Korea Coffee Championship will be held from tomorrow through the 29th at Blueport 2021 in Yeongdo-gu District. The event is co-hosted by the Ministry of SMEs and Startups, Busan City, and Yeongdo-gu District. It is the only Specialty Coffee Association certified national competition to select Korea's representative barista. The winner will represent Korea at the World Coffee Championship. About 400 baristas will compete in this year's event. The competition includes 2 categories: cup tasting, which tests the ability to identify flavors and aromas, and coffee in good spirits, which evaluates skills in making coffee-based alcoholic drinks. In international news, the Taiwanese government has warned that if South Korea does not respond by March 31st, it would change the Korea label on Taiwan's electronic entry form to South Korea. Taiwan's Foreign Minister Joseph Lin confirmed the move, criticizing South Korea for ignoring Taiwan's requests on official naming conventions. Earlier, Taiwan already changed the Korea label on foreign residence permits. The South Korean Foreign Ministry has proposed negotiations. And now for today's weather. Currently, it is 16 degrees Celsius and clear. Today's low will reach around 8 degrees, so expect a wide temperature range. That wraps up this hour's news. Thank you for joining us. You're listening to BEFM 부산 영어 방송.
Your best choice. BEFM 부산 영어 방송.
Coming up next is Sweet Date with Yoonji Lee. BEFM 부산 영어 방송.
Hello, lovely sweeties. Happy Monday and welcome to Sweet Date. You know, sometimes the things that stay in our memory the longest are not big events or special trips. often is the very simple moments. Maybe it's a late night conversation with your friends, laughing about nothing in particular, or just spending time together without worrying about how everything looks. And those small moments tend to feel warmer somehow, maybe because everyone feels comfortable enough just to be themselves. And today, we are going to start the show by thinking about those kinds of moments, the times when everything feels a little more relaxed, a little more genuine. So let's start this Monday together and see what stories today might bring.
Your boys, let it noise. For now, found in the system for the new era. For drop you back and jump for the new era. For 우리 신혼의 question for on the radar. For 백지를 내도 백점 for the new era. 날 잡아봐라 어깨 와이와이 말을 안 해도 I'm ready on the spike. Always riding low 안 터져 안 되나 경계 넘어서 이미 out of time. Yeah. Crisscross, lip gloss, met some 괜찮아 Everyday 내 방식대로 해 Take my time, bring it on Why? I never score Why? All left behind Why? 못하지만 더 너들게 You know this feeling 좀 더 크게 Yeah Keep on surfing Flow, now found in the system Flow, the new era Flow, 좌표 바뀌 지점 Flow, the new era 백지를 내도 백점 flow on the radar for now found in the system for the new era for all the girls to the floor 들어 손 흔들어 몸 wink wink 메롱 찾지 못해도 어디든 있잖아 Put down your phone look me in my eyes Why? And at the school Why? All left behind Why? 뭐든지 for the new era for 우리 신혼의 question for on the radar for 백지를 내도 백점 for the new era That's the Yeah, that's the vibe Like a bubble moving to the rhythm Can't live it all 불러줘 31 Tell me what you want Tell me what you want I know something's up 너가 원하는 걸 Let's run into for the new era for 백지를 내도 백점 for on the radar for now found in the system for the new era for now found in the system for the new era for now found in the system for the new era
That was 404 New Era by KiiiKiii. A fresh and energetic start to the afternoon, right? Sometimes a song like that feels like a small reset button to the day, a reminder that a new week can begin in a new way too. And I know that Mondays can feel a little heavy at times, but they can also be a quiet chance to start again and set the tone for the days ahead. And hello, Sweet Daters. We're live from our studio in Busan this Monday afternoon, and welcome to Sweet Date. Hello, everyone. Hope you had a great weekend. You're tuned into BEFM 90.5 in Busan and 103.3 FM in the Kijang, Cheonggan, and Noksan areas. And I'm Yoonji. And we have Sweeties checking in. We have Benny coming in first, saying, hi, Yoonji. Now, PD, everyone. Happy Monday from not on a hiatus. Benny, oh, thank you for checking in. I know it wouldn't be Sweet Day without you. Benny, thank you for checking in. Also, we have Kevin checking in as well. Hello, Kevin. Hope you have a nice weekend, right? It's weekend still, right? Okay. Also, we have Sangyun님 checking in as well, saying, by the way, Ian is looking forward to meeting you at the Play with English event this Saturday. Ooh, so he's coming. Yay, I'm going to be there. So I'll definitely say hi to you guys. Ooh, so if you guys have some free time or extra time on this Saturday, come on in and just enjoy the event with your kids if you do have them, or maybe just coming alone. I think that would be fine. But make sure to sign up on our website as well. Oh, anyway, thank you for checking in, guys. And he already says, if I have a 3-day vacation, my answer would be completely different depending on whether the leave includes my son, my wife, or purely by myself. If it's purely by yourself, what would you do? I know 3 days would be pretty short, but still, you can do a lot, right? You can get a lot done in 3 days. So anyway, thank you for your answer. Also, we have Trustmaster-님 checking in as well. Monday with Yundi. Nothing gets better than this. Ooh, and I put a fire emoji, right? Anyway, it wouldn't be Sweet Date without you guys, right? Anyway, thank you so much for checking in on this Monday afternoon. Hope you guys had a good weekend. What have you been up to? I want to know. So before we move on, here's something interesting to think about. So these days, people seem to be paying more attention to how they spend time together, not just where they go or what they do. And in the past, gatherings often meant going somewhere exciting or maybe dressing up in, tuxedos or dresses, or maybe planning something big. But recently, many people are rediscovering the joy of much simpler moments. So moments where no one feels pressure to impress anyone. Ta-da! Where conversations flow easily and time passes without anyone really noticing. And sometimes the best evenings are the ones where nothing dramatic happens at all. Just a few familiar faces, comfortable surroundings, and a lot of small stories shared back and forth. Maybe that's why these kinds of relaxed social moments are becoming more meaningful to many people today. So with that, we're going to jump into our question of the day. Are you guys ready for this on this Monday? So when you guys get together with your friends or maybe your families, what do you always end up talking about? So let me repeat the question once again. When you get together with friends, what do you always talk about? What do you always end up talking about? Maybe you can say, nothing is more entertaining than a friend's dating stories. Or maybe great cafes. Like when I ask my friend, 요즘 힙한 카페가 어디야? 그죠? I like to keep up to the trend. So I like knowing those cafes or restaurants that are hippity hop. So when you get together with your friends, guys, what do you always end up talking about? 친구들과 만나면 꼭 하는 이야기 주제는 무엇인가요? So that's our question. So maybe, I guess it's different. Like, it feels like the topic can kind of change a bit depending on the age group that you're talking to. For instance, yesterday, I was talking to a 3rd grader friend who's in elementary school. And I was like making a small talk with her. And I was like, oh, what's in your bag? And she was talking about this festival that she had at church. And she was like, oh, look at all the presents I got. So we were talking about that for 10 minutes. Yes. And if you're maybe talking to Gen Zs, the other day, there was this BTS concert, right? Live concert at Gwanghwamun. So maybe you guys can talk about your favorite K-pop idols, right? Or this memes that's been going viral, right? You share the link with your friends. Or if you're millennials, maybe you can talk about the careers or maybe the money stress that you have, right? Or maybe the marriages, right? For instance, you can kind of talk about like how your marriage life is going. And if you're not married yet, you can talk about how your parents are kind of pushing you to get married. It's not my parents. Okay. Anyway, if you are maybe a parent listener, you can talk about your kids' education or maybe work-life balance, those kind of stuff, right? So if you'd like to join the conversation, send in your text at pound 9050, that's 샵 9050. And remember, each message costs 100 won. Also, if you prefer a free option, you can reach us through Kakao Talk. So search for BEFM or 부산 영어 방송 and feel free to send in your messages there after adding us as a friend. And lastly, if you like to see what's happening here in the studio, we're also live on YouTube right now. So go ahead and simply search for the same thing, BEFM or 부산 영어 방송, and then tap on the live stream button and you can watch me, Yunji, live. So we love to hear your stories, guys. So send in your answers. And while we wait for some of your responses to come in, we're going to go listen to a song. And here is Rude by Hearts to Hearts.
Rude, 이랬다 no rude. Can I bump on an attitude? I'm not bad.
Yeah.
You can make me
Let's go.
rude. I don't care, we can never
Yeah.
do. I'm not gonna tune into.
Yeah.
You can make me cry.
Yeah, walk right in. 스치는 순간 모두가 my friend. 여기저기서 인사를 건네. Yeah, yeah. 다 자연스럽게 알아 give me space. 언제나 그래 눈에 띈 my face. 흘겨보지 마 이건 no race. 누가 뭐래도 평범한 건 지루해. 모든 맘대로 내 맘대로 자리 없대도 재밌으면 that's okay. Not enough one more. 다양한 시선을 hate me. 누가 뭐래도 can't change me. 지금 이대로 좋아. 나다울 때 누구보다 눈부셔. I've been acting too rude. 이랬다 저랬다 no rude. Gonna bump on an attitude. I'm not bad. You can make me act right. Rude. I don't care 이게 나라고. 아무렇게나 주는 춤. You can make me act right. Shh, 아니 too loud. Yeah. 소리 질러볼까. Yeah. 네 시간은 so tight. 어른이 없는 세상. 오늘은 찾자. That's my type. 자 눈 맞춰볼까. 미래 걱정하는 건 버려 잠깐. We're living that good life. Good life. 꿈이 맘쓸수록 better. 자연스럽게 망설임은 never. 이끌린 대로 해. 나다울 때 누구보다 눈부셔. 난 I've been acting too rude. 이랬다 저랬다 no rude. Gonna bump on an attitude. I'm not bad. You can make me act right. Rude. I don't care 이게 나라고. 아무렇게나 주는 춤. You can make me act right. 내 멋대로 move. Make me act right. 내 멋대로 move. Acting too rude. 툭 쏘는 말투도 숨김없는 표정도 솔직한 그대로 feel so cool. 여기저기 다 부러운 눈빛. Don't call me darling, I'm too rude.
You know what he said to me? He was like, "You're so rude." And I was like, "Boy, does it look like I could care? I couldn't even care less."
Rude. 이랬다 저랬다 no rude. Gonna bump on an attitude. I'm not bad. You can make me act right. Rude. I don't care 이게 나라고. 아무렇게나 주는 춤. You can make me act right.
내 멋대로 move.
Make me act right.
내 멋대로 move.
Make me act right.
Welcome back to Screen Bites, everyone. And this week we're starting a new film called We Bought a Zoo, meaning 우리는 동물원을 샀다. So before we jump into today's scene, here's a quick intro to the story. So the film follows a father named Ben who decides to make a bold life change with his two children after a difficult time in their lives. And looking for a fresh start, the family moves to a new home that turns out to be actually far more unusual and challenging than they expected. And the story mixes family moments, humor, and a bit of adventure as they slowly adjust to their new life. So in today's scene, it's a busy morning, and Ben, who's played by Matt Damon, is driving his 2 kids to school. And like many families in the morning, things are a little rushed and chaotic. And his teenage son, Dylan, is looking for a book that he forgot to bring, and the conversation quickly turns into a small but funny argument about one particular word that teenagers often use. So this is a conversation between Ben and his 2 kids in the car. You either know where the book is or you don't. Dad, it's whatever. Look, I'll know it when I get to school. You know what? Whatever is the laziest word of the 20th century, all right? I've had it with whatever. I don't want to hear it again in this century ever again. Whatever is over. He says it all the time. He won't have anything left to say in this century. I'm not letting you out of the car until I get a new word. So with that intense conversation, here goes today's expression, which is I've had it with whatever. Meaning, 이제 whatever라는 말에 질렸어. So this expression is used when someone feels completely fed up with something after experiencing it again and again. And in this movie scene, Ben is frustrated because Dylan keeps saying whatever. So he finally says he's had it with that word, whatever. So originally, I've had it literally means I've had enough. So when someone says I've had it with something, it means their patience is full and they can't take any more of it. So let's now check out 3 example dialogues to see how we can actually use it in our daily conversations. And here's our first one. Why are you so annoyed today? I've had it with the mess in this house. Come on, you need to clean your room every day too. So this is used when frustration has built up over time. And here's our second example. Hey, you look a bit stressed. I've had it with these endless meetings. So this shows strong annoyance about a repeated situation. And here's our last example. Hey, how come you don't use that walking app anymore? You loved it, right? I've had it with all the ads. 광고가 너무 많아서 이제 질렸어. So this is used for everyday frustrations. So do you get it, guys? Now, coming back to today's movie scene, the humor comes from something very relatable. Many parents get frustrated with the way the teenagers talk, especially when they hear the same casual word again and again. And Ben here declares that whatever is officially banned, but his daughter Rosie quickly points out something funny. If Dylan can't say whatever anymore, he might not have much left to say. So that kind of playful family teasing is one of the reasons this movie feels so warm and real. And with that, we're going to wrap up today's Screen Bites, everyone. And tomorrow, we're going to continue with another scene from We Bought a Zoo. But for now, let's take a short break and enjoy some music. And here is 너의 도시 by 정용화.
숨막히는 공기만 하루하루 out of blue 바삐편한 네 맘에 Gotta let you go 내 차는 더 없으니까 Our memories 가득한 streets 눈에 밟혀도 now I'm on my way 너의 도시를 떠나 There's no time 답은 한마디 끝내 내게 뱉어낸 후 그래진 숨하지 못한 말이 먼지처럼 쌓여 And I know it will never be the same anywhere I go 그곳에 넌 없으니까 All my dreams 내 일상이 무너져가도 now I'm on my way yeah. 너의 도시를 떠나 leaving all behind 오늘도 round and round and round your city 긴 여행을 떠나 I will be alright 아프지만 I'll leave your city girl 따라따따따 따라따따따 따라따따 There's no turning back 따라따따따 따라따따따 So long baby I'll leave your city girl 눈 감으면 너무 선명해져 힘든 나의 눈부시게 빛나던 야경과 눈물겹게 행복한 너와 나 Alright 진짜 마지막 Goodbye 아프지만 I'll leave your city girl 따라따따따 따라따따따 따라따따 There's no turning back 따라따따따 따라따따따 So long baby I'll leave your city girl
And that was 너의 도시 by 정용화. Alright, just in case you missed it, here's the question of the day once more. Okay, so when you get together with your friends, what do you guys usually end up talking about? 친구들과 만나면 여러분은 꼭 하는 이야기 주제가 무엇일까요? So as I said earlier, it kind of depends on which demographics or which age group that you're talking to, right? But when you get together with your friends, right? Because for me, friends would be in the age range of third grader to people in their 80s. But how about for you? Just your friends, right? Somebody in your own age group. What do you guys usually talk about? So send in your answers by texting us at pound 9050, that's 샵 9050. Message costs 101. Also, if you want the free option, here's Kakao Talk, where you can search BEFM or 부산 영어 방송, add us as a friend, and you can send in your photos and videos anytime. And also, we're live on YouTube, so go ahead and search for the same thing, BEFM or 부산 영어 방송. Click on the live stream button and watch us on air in real time. So I was kind of looking over some of the answers, and I gotta say, ooh, I'm loving it. So let's share some of the answers from our sweeties. We have 준식님 checking in. Hello, hello. He's saying 안녕하세요. 안녕하세요, 준식님. Hope you're having a good day. Did you have a nice weekend? Send in your answers as well. 준식님, what do you like to talk about with your friends when you get together? Do you like to talk about the games that you're interested in, or maybe K-pop idols, or maybe, you know, the songs that you recently heard and you like? Also, we have Benny saying for the text topic, for me, life updates, relationship reveal, and put a question mark next to it, and so on. Ooh, so okay, coming out, right? What your relationship status is to your friends, right? That would be really fun. Anyway, that is really cool. Also, we have Ii님 checking in as well, saying, I'm starving. Hello, Ii님. You're starving at the moment. Oh my gosh, you should have something, right? I remember last time that Ii님 was saying, I'm going to have rice, right? What are you having this time? And I also want you guys' recommendation for my lunch as well after this show. Yes, because I don't even have an idea on what to get for my lunch. Also, we have Benny's song request, and we'll see if we can play that throughout our show or maybe throughout this week. Also, we have 만학도 영어님 checking in as well. Hello, 만학도 영어님. Saying 안녕하세요. 요즘 친구들 만나면 꼭 하는 얘기 주제는요. 1번. I like this. 자녀들 결혼 소식은 없는지. 2번. 어디가 아픈데 어느 병원에서 치료를 잘하는지. 이런 얘기밖에 못 나누는 현실이 서글프네요. 라고 보내주셨어요. I see. So the first thing that she talks about with her friends when they get together is, do any of your kids hear wedding bells, right? And second of all, I have this, sort of pain, and which hospital would should I go to get treatment, right? Oh, but still, I mean, that's our life, right? Yes. And maybe I want to add on to that, number 3, how can we listen to Sweet Date every day? Just kidding. Anyway, thank you for sending in your answers. And also, we have a trainee for today's Screen Bites line, which is, I've had it with whatever, right? And Benny is practicing that line by saying, I've had it with my flushing face when I see my crush, Yunji. Oh, when you see your crush, do you have a blushing face, Benny? You gotta kind of hide it, okay? Or maybe that would be cute, right? If you show it with, red cheeks, that would be super adorable, I think. So we have Sang-Yun-님 answering to the question of the day. I usually talk about how kids are growing and about our health when meeting friends at my age group. And when I meet younger folks, they often ask my opinion whether they should get married or not. Or they also ask my diet/workout routine, or 3대 몇. So how much is your total, right? So 3대 몇, like when people ask you that, how should I answer? One time, like a sister that I know, she asked me, 3대 몇이야? So I was like, 3대 뭐? So I guess like how much do you squat, bench press, and deadlift, right? Anyway, that is really fun to talk about, I think. Anyway, today is Monday, which is our Monday guest is almost here, right? So before we bring him in, let's listen to one more song, and here is My Style by Uptown.
Cause it's more better like that.
More better to stick of the beat.
More better beat, yeah. UPT, yeah. Another slow jam. Yeah. 우리는 여자가 필요해. 완벽한 바디와 미소 띠는 후대. 부드러운 목소리와 성격. 어딜 가도 한눈에 띄어야만 합격. 우리는 다시 돌아온 uptown. 이제부터 어설픈 애들은 모두 bow down. 기가 막힌 여정 끼고 우린 올라가지. 힙합 and R&B 그곳이 uptown.
UPTOWN We are checking out the girl in the street again. 저 여자 눈이 부시네. 말을 걸어볼까 이렇게. 첫눈에 반해버려서 난 이대로 지나칠 수 없었어요. 내 말을 믿어준다면 나와 잠시 얘기해줘.
Listen up, 더 혼자 지낼 수가 없어. 하루 종일 끝나게 거닐었어. 내 앞을 지나는 my style 그녀 찾았어. 주저 없이 I say hello.
잠깐 나를 좀 봐줘요. Please my style 그댈 기다려왔어요. Yeah 남자답게 다가왔잖아요. 이런 나와 함께 걸어줘요. Please
너무나 섹시한 모습으로 춤을 추는 그녀. 아무리 봐도 그녀만 한 여자는 없네. 쿵쿵 음악에 맞춰 뛰는 내 가슴. 흔들리는 그녀에게 걸어가는 one two step.
UPTOWN We are checking out the girl in the club again. 저 여자 끝내주네. 말을 걸어볼까 이렇게. 섹시한 그댈 본 후론 난 그대로 다른 여잔 볼 수 없었어요. 내 말을 믿어준다면 Sitting down relaxing sipping gin.
길고목의 술진 니는 따라가지 말아라. 남자답게 UPT가 너희 앞에 왔잖아. 이젠 괜찮아 날 봐라 따라와. 지난 일은 잊어 I'ma be okay.
Hello baby 혼자 있나봐요. My style 나와 함께 춤을 춰요. Please 남자답게 다가왔잖아요. 이젠 나의 손을 잡아줘요. Please
That's why Korea still has a female MC. That's why they call me to hear from overseas.
잡아
너무나 섹시한 모습으로 춤을 추는 그녀
나의 꿈에 안겨
아무리 봐도 그녀만한 여자는 없네
이젠 날 따라와
You lead the way, chase my name, chase my name.
너는 내 이상형
You're my style Let me see the ass bounce
헬로 오늘 가지 말아줘요 Please my style 나의 곁에 있어줘요 Please 솔직하게 대쉬하잖아요 Oh 이 바람은 나와 함께 있어줘요
Dealing with the artist, you be dearly departed.
And welcome back, everyone. It's Monday again, of course. For TrendSpot, we are here with Steve. 문제가 생긴 거 아닌가?
그렇죠. 어쨌든 중요한 거는 돌아왔잖아요.
아, 그렇죠.
월요일이 돌아왔고 저도 돌아왔고.
맞아요. And he's such a sweet guy. He brought in this 미역국이 아니라 미소 soup, right?
Yeah, miso soup.
Yes, Japanese.
된장국이라고 하죠.
그렇죠.
네네.
Oh, thank you so much.
Welcome.
And he was telling me earlier that he was practicing hiragana, which he couldn't read at all.
But you know what? Like I said that like 2 years ago.
Oh, seriously?
But like still the same.
그럴 수 있죠.
히라가 좀 어려워요.
어려워요.
네.
Anyway, how's everything with you, Steve?
Like 그쵸 무소식이 희소식이다. Everything's perfect. 그쵸. Like positive vibe matters. 그거에만 집중을 하고 있죠. 네.
So we want to get your take on today's question of the day. Since you are Gen Zs, 상윤, you said earlier that when he talks to younger generations, they talk about like diet, workout routine, or 3대 몇.
Yeah, 3대 몇.
Wow. 그렇죠? 자, 본인은 like when
네.
you get together with friends, what do you like end up talking about?
남자들이다 보니까 like I like going to the gym and also my friends like going to the gym. We also like talking about like 3대 몇. Also and I'm also into cars.
Cars.
And like talking about cars. Vroom vroom vroom. Yeah, like those kind of things.
Accessories? Or
Accessories?
maybe what exactly do you talk about? Like this car is cool these days. That kind of stuff?
Yeah, like trends and I'm talking about like gym equipment and also like I like technologies. 그래서 새로 나온 신규 기기, like those kind of like what was it? 기기? 기기?
Devices? Oh, yes.
yeah. 그런 거 얘기하죠.
좋다. So, about 3대 몇, like what is your answer to this?
Like for
squat, bench press, and deadlift.
Like for those people who know about like 3대 몇 3대 500 이상 넘어가면 와 괴물이에요.
진짜요?
괴물이에요. But like I like really to be honest, I have reached 3대 420. That was my limit.
Ooh.
Yeah, that was my limit.
So 420 kilograms.
Yeah.
Adding up the squat, bench press, and deadlift.
That's right. The highest is squat. 175 kilograms.
175.
Yeah.
Wow.
175.
That's amazing.
Thank you.
저 물어봐 주실래요? Can you ask me?
3대 몇이에요?
3대 20도 있나요?
그건 안 돼요.
안 돼요?
그거는 포함 불가입니다.
Because I haven't tried bench press at all. Deadlift, 빈바. Empty bar.
Empty bar?
Yeah.
That's like 20 kilograms.
Okay. 그러면 3대
3대
40.
3대 40.
3 to 40.
3D. wait, squat 20. Deadlift 20.
Bench press 0.
0. Oh, then 3대 40. That counts. That counts.
You're like 100 times bigger than me. Okay.
3대 40. 성장하면 됩니다.
I'm a newbie, right?
Newbie.
Oh, yes.
Okay.
But anyway, thank you for sharing that. So we are going to jump into today's trend, which I absolutely love. So today sounds kind of cozy. So share with us what we're going to be talking about today.
So today we're going to talk about pajama parties. Woohoo!
Pajama parties.
But you know what? Like in Korea, pajama party, 그렇게 큰 유행은 아니었던 것 같아요.
진짜요?
Like since like 20 or 30 years ago. But in the US 학창 시절에 pajama party 무조건 하잖아요.
맞아요.
저도 했었어요. When I was in international school.
Really?
Yeah. pajama 입고 학교 가고.
입고 가고. There used to be pajama days.
Yeah. Pajama day. 그래서
I see.
가고. But in Korea, I think 요즘 떠오르는 것 같아요.
It's trending again.
Yeah, so pajama parties are becoming popular again, especially among younger generations. 그렇죠. 젊은 세대를 중심으로 파자마 파티가 인기를 얻고 있다.
So 젊은 세대니까 all of our sweeties, right?
그렇죠.
맞아요. 우리 다 영하잖아요.
우리 다 20대 아닌가요?
맞아요.
네.
그렇죠.
You're 21, right?
You're 16? She's 16?
16. Right,
그렇죠.
맞아요. 네.
He looks pale somehow. Yeah, so pajama parties, that sounds like something from like your and my childhood sleepovers, right?
Exactly. Traditionally, pajama parties were gatherings where friends met at someone's home wearing pajamas,
exactly.
talking late into the night, watching like 저 같은 경우 scary movies and eating snacks.
Yeah, exactly. And so it's like basically a very relaxed kind of get together these days.
Exactly. But recently, the concept has evolved. 좀 달라졌습니다. Now, pajama parties are appearing in many different spaces, from hotels to event gatherings. 모임.
모임도.
모임.
So how would it feel if you and I showed up in our pajamas, right, at BFM?
굉장히 색다를 것 같아요.
그렇죠. We should have like a pajama day.
바로 자지 않을까요? 방송하려고.
Right. So I guess it's not just at home anymore.
Yeah. Some places even host themed pajama parties where people come together in comfortable clothes, take photos, chat with friends, and enjoy a cozy atmosphere. 그렇죠. 말 그대로 이제 편안한 옷을 입고 편안한 분위기를 즐긴다. 이게 이제 조금 모임으로 확장이 되고 있다.
너무 좋다. So it sounds less formal and more like a relaxed social event for people.
But 이거는 조금 개인적인 질문일 수 있는데요. Like, what color is your pajama? Mine's red. Mine's red.
Bloody Steve.
Mine's red.
Oh, that's cool though.
Mine's red.
Mine's like minty green.
Minty green?
Like plaid.
민트 초콜릿 좋아하세요?
그렇죠. 그런 느낌.
좀 거리를 둬야 될 것 같아요. 근데 민티한 색깔이다.
맞아요. I don't have anything like red or something that's very vivid.
오케이. 굉장히 잘 어울려요.
그래요?
오늘도 조금 민트 느낌 아니네요.
그렇죠.
하늘색 느낌인가?
어떻게든 연결시켜.
그 중요하잖아요. So anyway,
yes.
Yeah. So that's the key point. The focus is comfort, simplicity, and spending time together without pressure.
But I gotta ask you this, Steve. So as a trend spotter, why do you think pajama parties are trending again nowadays?
I think one big reason is that people today are looking for low pressure social activities. 부담 없는 모임을 선호하다 보니까
그렇구나.
그렇지 않을까.
그렇죠.
네, 죄송한데요. 우리 만학도 영어님.
네.
스티브님 빨간 파자마. 정열적이시네.
저
고맙습니다.
피자로 읽었어요. 피자.
네?
빨간 파자마. 정열적.
만약에 파자마 입었으면 피자 말고 또 다른 게 익혔을 수도 있어요. 그나마 다행입니다. 네.
맞아요. Okay.
네네.
So anyway, yes, 정열적이죠. He's a very passionate guy, right? 그래서 I guess meaning gatherings that don't require like dressing up, like as in prom parties or what are there? Homecomings? Right?
네.
톨로는 아니고 그런 것들.
근데 prom 때 파자마 입을 수가
없죠.
그쵸. Like almost impossible.
Yeah, but I mean like you have to dress up in your tuxedos
exactly.
and dresses, right? It's too like I don't know, stressful for some people.
I've never been to what was it?
Homecoming?
No.
Prom?
Yeah, prom. 그때 10대 때 제일 빛날 수 있는 시간 아닌가요?
그렇죠. And for those of you who don't know what prom is, it's like a a formal event
그쵸.
happening in high school.
Yeah.
Is there one in middle school? I'm not sure.
I don't think so.
So in high school for juniors and seniors, yes, and we get in our tuxedos and dresses, and we go to like I don't know a yacht or like
a yacht?
or boat.
도대체 어느 학교를 가신 건가요?
Like like a special
Yeah.
event for school kids, right?
But there's no prom in Korea.
No.
한국엔 그런 게 없어요.
한국에는 그래서 제가 또 찾아봤죠.
아, 그래요?
한국에는 school festivals.
School festivals.
그런 축제가 있죠.
그렇죠. 근데 like prom, we don't wear like tuxedos or dresses.
True.
네, 그냥 교복 입고 조금 하는 느낌이 있어서
맞아요.
격식적인 느낌은 아니다.
하지만 the uniform itself is kind of formal compared to pajamas, right?
Compared to pajamas. Yeah, 맞아요,
진짜.
맞아요.
So I guess like the key point here is the comfort and the simplicity, right? So pajamas actually symbolize the comfortness.
맞아요. Wearing pajamas removes the formality of social gatherings. 그렇죠?
맞아요. So I guess we don't have to worry about like fashion as much as we worry about like in prom and homecoming, those
appearances,
kind of
right?
things. Right.
And everyone is already dressed in something comfortable, which creates a more relaxed atmosphere. 그렇게 볼 수가 있습니다.
맞아요,
네네.
맞아요. So while we kind of think about our outfits that happened in our high school days, we're going to hit pause here. And when we come back, we're going to talk about how pajama parties are evolving into social experiences and even small events. And here's a song, 세상은 영화 같지 않더라 by KiiiKiii.
검은 화면 스크래디 제 happy ending 큰 환호 소리 멋진 미래 꿈같이 예상했던 장면들에 초점이 막 나가고 현실한테 본도 없고 컷도 없고 감독도 없더라 Oh my god 세상은 영화 같지 않더라 뭐 하나 내 맘 같지 않더라 사랑을 해보려 해도 꿈을 접고 보려 해도 현실은 영화처럼 쉽지가 않더라 Monday, Tuesday 영화 같을 줄 알았지 Wednesday, Thursday 동화 같을 줄 알았지 Friday, Saturday 주인공일 줄 알았지 Sunday, all day 다 이뤄낼 줄 알았지 Every day 작은 실수 NG조차 편집할 수도 없어 애써 이런 잘된 일은 생각보다 관심도 없더라 Oh my god 세상은 영화 같지 않더라 뭐 하나 내 맘 같지 않더라 도전을 해보려 해도 꿈을 좀 꿔보려 해도 현실은 영화처럼 쉽지가 않더라 Monday, Tuesday 영화 같을 줄 알았지 Wednesday, Thursday 동화 같을 줄 알았지 Friday, Saturday 주인공일 줄 알았지 Sunday, all day 다 이뤄낼 줄 알았지 Every day 이름표 없는 엑스트라 그게 날 수 있지만 It's okay if it's not special 나만 날 믿어준다면 On my mind 세상에 정답이란 없더라 최고가 아니어도 되더라 날 비교는 말고 너무 애쓰지 않아도 현실은 영화 같지 않아도 괜찮아 Monday, Tuesday 영화 같을 필요 없지 Wednesday, Thursday 동화 같을 필요는 없지 Friday, Saturday 꼭 빛날 필요는 없지 Ooh, Sunday, all day 그저 행복하면 되지 Oh, oh, oh.
track. That was 세상은 영화 같지 않더라 by H1Key. And you guys are listening to Trendspot here with Steve and me here on Sweet Date. And so before the break, we talked about why pajama parties are trending again, all about the comfort and, right? The casualness that people enjoy.
And you know, like before we start, 상윤 김님 commented, as an 아저씨, I don't have any PJs, like pajamas. And I also never checked my 3대 몇. 이런 분들이요.
네.
Regularly 강하세요.
맞아요.
I feel like he's over like 3대 500.
아, 3대 500.
상윤 김님 무서워요.
상윤님이랑 우리 그죠? 한번 대결을.
전 조용히 빠지겠습니다.
그죠? 저는 옆에서 I'm lifting 20 kilos.
But like, do you still going to the gym? Oh, really? Like every day?
Yeah. Over the weekend I did though.
Oh, really? 오, 대박이네요.
왜 이렇게 놀라죠?
역시, do you like have any like goals for this year, like
This
in
year,
the gym?
To
Gain some.
from 20 kilos, I want to make it 25 kilograms. How does that sound?
Oh, that's cool.
1 kilogram, maybe?
1 kilogram?
Is that too low?
No, I think that's enough.
Oh, that's enough.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
25 kilos. And for you, how about you? What is your goal?
Me? Just lose weight. I'm
아니,
too fat now.
3대 500.
3대 500? Oh, but like I'm not really into weights anymore. Yeah.
He's into boxing. 빠밤밤. 아니요?
요즘 안 하고 있어요.
안 하고 있어요?
네.
He's trying to lose weight.
I want to lose weight. Yeah. That was one of my goals.
All right. So anyway, thank you guys for sending in your message. And Kevin asked, how was your prom, Yunji?
Oh, yeah. How was your prom?
My prom?
Do you have like your prom photos?
Oh, yes, I do.
But you don't want to show them.
But I, luckily, I was somehow elected as a prom queen. I think they were doing a bet.
Really?
약간 왜 이렇게 놀라죠?
몇 년도였죠, 그게?
비밀이에요?
네네. 알겠습니다.
But I think they were like doing a kind of a pool there. Maybe
Wow.
내기를 했나 봐요.
대박이다.
좀 말이 안 되는 사람을 뽑자. 약간 그런 내기.
에이,
그쵸?
you're so
그래서
humble.
아니야 진짜 약간 그랬던 것 같아요.
Prom queen, 대박.
Or pick the nerd. 약간 바보 같은 애를 약간
네,
뽑아줘.
진정한 prom queen으로 elect 된 것 같아요.
아닌 것
진짜.
같아요. 약간 뭔가 이상한 느낌.
Yeah.
So anyway, getting back to our topic, we were talking about pajama parties, right?
Yeah.
So how are people enjoying this today?
So I think today's pajama parties often include activities like movie watching, simple games, or late night conversations.
That sounds really fun. 아 진짜 너무 재밌어.
오랜만에 하고 싶다.
맞아.
진짜.
거짓부렁. Yes, I guess it's kind of like recreating the feeling of what we know as sleepover.
Yeah. Some gatherings even include photo zones, desserts, right? And themed decorations.
맞아요.
네네.
So it becomes more like a fun shared experience, right?
Yeah. The idea is not luxury, it's comfort and shared time. 편안함. 그쵸?
맞아요. So we're going to jump into our last question here. What does this trend tell us about today's lifestyle? If we look at a bigger picture here.
So it shows that many people are prioritizing comfort and emotional well-being. In the past, social gatherings often focus on dressing up, going out,
맞아.
or attending big events. But now, many people are discovering that meaningful time together doesn't always have to look impressive or elaborate.
Yes, and have you ever seen like a picture of people enjoying the pajama party these days?
Yeah.
Oh, because like I thought it would be something among friends, but it's also like a trend where families can enjoy.
Yeah.
Right? And even coworkers. And even guys. I was surprised. 진짜 남자 제가 like the picture that I saw on the social is like 6 guys getting together in pajamas.
Were they wearing red pajamas? Not
Striped
me.
pajamas.
Striped pajamas.
Would you like to, gather out with your friends?
Yeah, like definitely. Like
Yeah.
it's nostalgia, isn't it?
어,
그쵸?
진짜,
완전
맞아요.
추억이에요.
맞아.
어렸을 때. 네.
So, out of curiosity, what do guys do when they gather up together in their pajamas?
Listening to like good old days Justin Bieber music.
And dance to the tune?
Yeah. 왜냐면 옛날에는 저스틴 비버 노래 들으면 남자들이 놀림 받고 그랬거든요.
진짜요? 오.
근데 다 들어요. 진짜 되게 베이비 노래 듣거나.
맞아.
예.
맞아. 남자들은
그쵸.
you guys do that.
요즘은 네, 자신감 있게 들으시면 됩니다. 네.
아까 제가 봤었는데 친구들이랑 만나면 항상 하는 말은 요즘 페이컷 짱이지 않냐? 요새 메시 짱이지 않냐? 라고 시작하면 일단 콜로세움에서 불법한 팬덤 싸움이 열립니다. I didn't get any of that.
Like I think I'm talking about like young boys talking Faker, Faker?
Oh yeah. The pro gamer.
그죠. And Messi, talking about Messi and 나머지 모르겠어요.
So I guess it's related to games, right?
Games, sports, those kind of things.
Yes. So we kind of talked about what we enjoy doing with our friends, the return of pajama parties, so cozy gatherings. That brings nostalgia and comfort.
그렇죠.
So anyway, Steve, thank you so much for sharing fun topic, and we'll see you next Monday.
Bye-bye.
Bye. So that wraps up the first hour, everyone. Hope you guys enjoyed our chit-chat, and we'll be back at 1 o'clock. But first, here's another song, Boom Boom by 모모랜드.
보여줄게 pick up the phone not on never pick up wow wow 정신없이 쿵쿵 내 마음을 뿜뿜 사정없이 hit it ho 여기서 무릎게 더 넌 낮이나 밤이나 빛의 남이 전화와지만 달려와 이제 나만 생각날 거야 밤에 잠도 잘 못 잘 거야 점점 더 fall in love give it to you 눈빛 쏟아지는 말 touch 하나뿐인 말 my lover 내 머리부터 뿜뿜 내 발끝까지 뿜뿜뿜뿜 너만 보면 내 가슴이 뿜뿜뿜뿜 듣고 봐도 내 가슴이 쿵쿵쿵쿵 Give it to you 눈빛 쏟아지는 말 touch 하나뿐인 말 my lover 내 머리부터 뿜뿜 내 발끝까지 뿜뿜뿜뿜 내겐 줄게
김밥가게 박 사장님도 문구점 김 사장님도 우리 부산의 경제를 움직이는 사람들 우리 동네 작은 가게로 향하는 발걸음이 우리 부산의 경제를 키워가는 한 걸음입니다. 부산 방송광고 발전 협의회.
The time is now 1 o'clock.
Chandelier adding crystal drops, spinning fast on a turntable. 한껏 몸을 맡기고 춤을 추고 싶어. 오늘 밤 그런 날이야. 누구나 있는 그런 날. 조금 센치하지만 taste the speeders of my life. 빨간 cherry 맛 입술 산뜻하게 발라. 헝클어진 머리꽃 한 송일 장식. 내 마음은 blue. 저 깊은 바다색 예쁘게 일렁이는 칵테일. 저 손에 넘칠 듯이 물결쳐. 에잇 몰라 다 잊고 춤을. 내 마음은 blue. 저 짙은 하늘색 예쁘게 반짝이는 칵테일 드레스. 난 착한 척은 관둘래. 아무도 날 꺾지 못하게. 방금 꾼 건 아주 나쁜 꿈. 깨고 나면 다 사라져. 이까지게 나니까 Like wildflowers 촉박한 이런 도시 위에서 보란듯이 피어나. 빨간 cherry 맛 입술 산뜻하게 발라. 헝클어진 머리꽃 한 송일 장식. 내 마음은 blue. 저 깊은 바다색 예쁘게 일렁이는 칵테일. 저 손에 넘칠 듯이 물결쳐. 에잇 몰라 다 잊고 춤을. 내 마음은 blue. 저 짙은 하늘색 예쁘게 반짝이는 칵테일 드레스. 눈부셔 누가 뭐래도 감히 날 울릴 순 없어. 입가에 머금어 줄게. Smile on my face. cherry 맛 입술 산뜻하게 발라. 헝클어진 머리꽃 한 송일 장식. 내 마음은 blue. 저 깊은 바다색 예쁘게 일렁이는 칵테일. 저 손에 넘칠 듯이 물결쳐. 에잇 몰라 다 잊고 춤을. 내 마음은 blue. 저 짙은 하늘색 예쁘게 반짝이는 칵테일 드레스.
And that was Cocktail Dress by Chu. And there's a playful charm in that track that feels both stylish and carefree. And it almost feels like a reminder that even on an ordinary day, a little bit of fun and confidence can completely change the vibe, right? Maybe it made you imagine a lively night out, or maybe it simply gave you a quick energy boost in the middle of your day. And either way, it's the kind of song that leaves a light, bright feeling behind. And hello, sweet daters. We're live from our studio in Busan this Monday afternoon, and welcome to Sweet Date. You're tuned into BEFM 90.5 in Busan and 103.3 FM in the Gijang, Cheongwan, and Doksan areas. And I'm Yoonji. Hello, everyone. So coming up in part 2 of today's Sweet Date, we've got a nice mix waiting for you. First up, Andrew will stop by for bite-sized banter, where we throw around a simple question and see where the conversation takes us. And it's always fun how the smallest questions can lead to the most unexpected answers, right? Then we're going to take a quick look at what's happening in the K-pop world with K-pop Dispatch, a short update on songs and stories that people have been talking about recently. And before the hour wraps up, we're going to share Song of the Day, a track that feels like the perfect soundtrack for today. But before we head there, let me quickly remind you of today's question of the day. Are you guys ready for this? When you get together with your friends, what do you always end up talking about? 친구들과 만나면 여러분 꼭 하는 이야기가 있죠? 그러한 주제는 무엇인가요, 여러분? What do you like to talk about with your friends, right? You think to yourself, I'm not going to talk about this today, but then somehow you end up talking about that topic. So share your answers to You can send in your answers to pound 9050. That's 샵 9050. And remember, each message costs 100 won. Also, if you like freeways, not freeway. Yes, if you prefer to message for free, you can find us on KakaoTalk. Search for BEFM or Busan 영어 방송. Send in your text, photos, or even short videos. And if you're curious what's happening here in the studio at the moment, we're also live on YouTube. So go ahead and search BEFM or Busan 영어 방송. Hit the live stream button and you can watch this show live as it happens. And let's see what our sweeties are saying right now. We have Jenny Loves Music saying 안녕하세요, and she put a little ducky. That's cute. Hello, Jenny. Welcome, welcome. And she's saying, I usually talk about health, life updates, family, and planning about trip, economy, actually anything, such as housing market, stocks. Oh, I know, right? Like, all I hear these days is about stocks, right? Even like with your parents or, you know, with your friends, they're like, oh, 요즘 많이 올랐더라, 많이 내렸더라, 이런 것들. 그죠? And also life updates, right? Do you get to see your friends very often, Jenny? Because last time I remember like you saying something like you miss your friends in Korea. Am I right? Correct me if I'm wrong. But anyway, yeah. So if you get together with your friends, I guess, you know, getting updated with what they've been up to, that takes up most of the conversation, right? Yes. And also we have PK님 checking in as well, saying hi, Yundi. Hello, PK님. Hope you had a great weekend. And thank you for checking in with us. Also, we have Ziru님 checking in as well, saying my only friend is you now. wow! 너무 멋진 멘트다. So sweet, right? Oh, yes. I hope I can be a good friend of yours right now. Yes, keep you good company. Anyway, thank you. And we also want to know, what do you like to talk to? Right? With me. What do you like to talk about with me? Also, we have Jiyoon Lee Page name checking in. Oh, I love your name, Paige. I used to have a friend named Paige. And she's saying, hello. I think we always end up talking about university life, assignments, professors, etc. Yes, if you go to college, I mean, you have lots of assignments, right? So you guys have like projects that you have to work on with your team. So I guess, yeah, that takes up most of the conversations, right? And Jiyonim, do you have any favorite K-pop singer that you like to talk about with your friends, maybe? Because the other day, I went to this Mara place. I'm not a big fan of Mara, but I was having it because like I just could see the Mara place in front of me. So I just walked in there and there was this college students sitting in front of each other, and they were kind of talking about the K-pop idols, and they had like little kidding 같은 거? 약간, you know, those little stuff. And they were like sharing the photo cards. And I thought that was so adorable. 너무 귀엽다 생각했어요. Yes. So I guess it's fun to be in your early 20s, right? Anyway, Jiyonim, thank you so much for sending in your message. Also, we have Jenny Loves Music saying, low pressure social activity is trending. Yes. Do you remember your time when you had pajama parties with your friends? Jenny Loves Music name? I want to know, because I used to have like pillow fights with my friends. Yes. And I used to get like permit from my mom because she didn't allow me to go to my friend's house and sleep over very often. So yeah, I used to beg for her allowing me to go there. Anyway, we also have Benny saying 손흥민 too, LAFC. So you guys talk about soccer, right? 재밌겠다. I guess guys are more into sports than girls. But I mean, like, girls love sports too. Like, some people are obsessed about it. But normally guys love sports, right? Anyway, 손흥민, 요즘 잘하고 계신가요, 그분? I'm curious because I haven't seen any of the soccer play these days. Also, we have 마덕도영님 saying, 이런 장르의 음악을 뭐라고 부르나요? So we were playing My Style by Uptown earlier. 자연스럽게 그루브를 타게 되네요 라고 하니까 우리 베니님 answered it for her, saying 이 노래에 힙합과 R&B가 결합된 것 같다고. 우리 Sweet Date listener님들이 더 똑똑하다니까요. 그죠? Yeah. So anyway, thank you guys for sending in your messages. That's really fun. So we're going to pause here for a quick song and we're going to move on to our next segment. But for now, here is Stealer by N-.
그 훔쳐 like a moonstar 끈기 way to 달려 no wire 쫓아오는 현실만 extra 우린 still no mercy Still 더 막을수록 타올라 도망치는 밤마치 thriller 모든 걸 다 걸어 with the dealer 세상 위를 밟아 I'm the leader 넌 킥해봐 위태로운 도망 가쁜 숨과 타는 갈망 저 뒤에다 던져 불안 머릿속 번져가는 흥분에 난 맡겨 강렬해진 chemistry는 so fine 근데 낯설수록 끌리지 이 세상에 우릴 쳐들면 날 사랑과 자꾸 survive 죄는다 해도 it's fine Or you could just call me now S-T-E-A L-E-R 쾌감 끊어 뭘 touch Still 더 막을수록 타올라 도망치는 밤마치 thriller 모든 걸 다 걸어 with the dealer 세상 위를 밟아 stellar 세상 위를 밟아 stellar 흘러내린 담백해 상기된 볼 울린 원이 살 무시해 so what 맘에 들어 viewing the jungle 끝이 같게 짜릿함 네 표정도 다 같은 듯한 느낌이야 즐거우면 그만이야 Keep it rolling now we're running High 위태로운 긴장감이 좋아 내 안에 왜 몰아치게 될 sense 혼자서의 표정이 된만 즐거운 우리들이야 손가락질을 it's fine Or you could just call me now S-T-E-A L-E-R 쾌감 끊어 뭘 touch Still 더 막을수록 타올라 도망치는 밤마치 thriller 모든 걸 다 걸어 with a dealer 세상 위를 밟아 stellar 세상 위를 밟아 stellar 아름다운 너를 훔쳐 Romeo, you're my Juliet 사랑의 새로운 포뮬라 기어있는 것들 몰라 너를 훔쳐 when the night's on
Monday, everyone. It's Sized Banter, and of course, we have Andrew here
I'm back
on this
again.
Monday.
They let me back in.
Happy Monday.
Yeah,
Woo.
Manic Mondays. Hope everyone having an okay Monday. I just say okay because I don't want to be too like, everyone, you're having a great day. And everyone's like, I'm not having a great day. It's one of those days.
But I like the topic that we're going to be covering today because just the thought of having 3 days off, that would be just
like
amazing.
a sudden vacation. I know a couple weeks ago we talked about that, like, getaways and stuff like that. So I think we'll talk about that. Let's get into our skits so we can have lots of time to chat with us and set it up for our listeners too. I'm very curious to what they would say about this.
So let's talk about today's scene. Can you tell us?
Yeah, so imagine you open your agenda, your diary, whatever, or your phone and your schedule, and you suddenly see you have 3 empty days.
So you open your calendar.
Just checking tomorrow's schedule as usual.
But suddenly, everything is empty.
Whoa, wait. No meetings?
None.
No deadlines?
Nothing.
3 free days.
Yes.
Woohoo! My suitcase is already emotionally packed.
Well, emotionally packed?
Well, just in case, some freedom shows up.
So you know where you're going?
Honestly, probably the sofa.
So with that, here goes today's question. If you suddenly had 3 days off, what would you guys do? 지금 당장 여러분에게 3일 휴가가 생긴다면 여러분은 무엇을 하실 건가요? But before we get into this question, I want us to talk about either you're the traveler or the homebody.
I'm definitely someone who likes to get away. You know, it's like if I had 3 days and I just stayed on the sofa and didn't do anything, unless I really needed a break, then I would feel like I wasted those days. It's the same like if we're in the house and it's like a Saturday and it was a nice day and it's like we don't get out until like 2 in the afternoon, I'm like, there's the morning gone.
But for me, like if I stayed home for 3 days, that would be really nice because I don't get to do that very often. But on the other hand, I would see a lot of things to be, organized.
I
would see a lot of things and like I would think to myself, okay, I'm getting a nice 3-day rest, but then I'm like noticing myself cleaning.
But again, that's you got to get these things done.
Oh, true.
So I mean, that's one way to look at it, and I've certainly done those as well.
Oh yeah.
But I would rather the getaway side of it than stay home and organize my house.
So Andrew would be the traveler.
Traveler or something like that. Now, when we say 3 free days, is this like a Friday, Saturday, Sunday, or are we taking 3 midweek days that you could tack on the weekend too?
Should we just, what should we go with?
I would say like if suddenly here at the station, they were like, yeah, we have nothing going on from Wednesday to Friday. We'll see you on Monday.
Ooh, okay.
My first thought would be like, do I still have a job? They're like just trying to get me out. They changed the password on the door. They're like, you're never allowed back in.
You're locked out.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe if it's, okay, let's say that it's Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, weekdays.
I think here in Korea and most other places here in Asia, it's really easy to get away. I think that's one of the benefits of living here is, yes, we do live in a concrete jungle. Everyone lives in a big city. There's a hustle and bustle. But you can get to a mountain in 20 minutes.
Oh, true.
You know what I mean? Like, it's very, very easy. Or if you wanted to, like, we're in Busan, if you wanted to go, like, down towards, like, Namhae or Yosu, or even, like, up the coast and as far as, like, Sokcho or something like that, it doesn't take too long.
True.
And if you don't have a vehicle, the bus system's fantastic.
I know, right?
And not that expensive. You can pretty much go anywhere in the country for probably like sammanon and then sammanon back, or jump on, the bullet train, head up to Seoul for the week, like things like that.
I see.
Yeah. Am I putting ideas into your head?
Yeah. Oh, thank you for that. But anyways, like I know that you have your family members, who you love.
Oh, I have to bring them with me?
No.
Oh, this wasn't in the outline, people. I'm staying home on the sofa.
Let's say that you had your kids that day.
Sure.
Where would you go for the 3 days?
I would probably maybe jump in the car and go up the coast somewhere, like on the east coast where we're at.
On the foggy day.
Oh yeah, maybe. And try to, if the weather is nice and it's warm enough for like a beach season. I feel there's so many beaches on the East Coast where, they're not busy. You can pretty much do whatever you want.
True.
You could cook your own food on the beach if you really wanted to. Like bring a little stove with you.
Yeah.
Or, get to see a lot of the places that are maybe off the beaten path a little bit. That kind of stuff. So I would probably do that.
Wow.
Or I would ask them, say, would you guys like a couple days in Seoul? We could hit up a couple museums or something like that. Do some cultural things, like spend an afternoon in Insadong and then maybe go to Gyeongbokgung and Gwaeun, that area. I think you could, I was going to say waste a day, but I think it would be a great day. I think the time goes quite quickly, I feel.
Do you like going to exhibitions and museums?
I love it.
You
I love
do?
it. Yeah, sure. Yeah. But I mean, But I also feel that in Korea, we're quite lucky where a lot of the museums are free or extremely cheap.
Oh,
yeah. So, but double check because they're usually closed on a Monday.
Oh, yeah, true.
I've showed up at a museum and I'm like, yeah, this is going to be great. And I'm like, huh?
Oh, you went there?
Yeah, it was before I knew that. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Double check these
Bummer
things.
for everybody.
Exactly. How about yourself? Like, okay, you're not allowed to stay home.
Oh,
You
I'm
gotta,
not?
No, you got to get out of the house.
Okay.
All right, it's not an option. and you have a vehicle. You're able to drive somewhere if you want. Where are you going, or what would you want to do? And this is, you're by yourself.
Okay,
You
I'm by
got
myself.
3 days for Yoonji.
I would like to go to 울릉도.
Oh, really?
Get on that boat.
Yeah?
Have you been to 울릉도?
No, I haven't.
You haven't.
Yeah.
And try that squid, fresh squid.
All right.
Yes, I remember going there when I was a little kid.
Really?
Yeah, and my dad took us to 독도 and 울릉도, and it was such a great memory.
Yeah, it's something that I had that idea when my kids were a little younger.
Yeah.
And I kind of decided not to just because I didn't know how they would be on boats and stuff like that. And I want them to remember it as well, right?
Having seasickness.
Yeah, no, I don't need that. No, thank you. I'm great on boats, knock on wood. But I know some people aren't, right? But I think my kids would be great now. Also, they'd be able to come back, talk to their friends and say, oh, this is where I went.
Yeah.
That's great.
But I mean, talking about this makes me think that your kids must have the time of their life when you take them to museums and all the great experiments that they can, have when they're children,
If they're behaving. And I will say my kids are very well behaved. But
they are.
There's always that when you get to a place and with children in a museum, you can be a little bit noisy. You can talk a little bit, but some of them, if I'm not talking art museums where people are like, what does this make you? How does this make you feel?
What did Van Gogh do?
Yeah. And then my kids are like, that looks like something I made. And I'm like, yeah, that one's worth $3 million. Yours isn't worth the paper that it's on. But I think it's very expensive.
Yes.
Yeah. So.
Yes. So anyway, coming back to today's question, if you suddenly had 3 days off, what would you do?
I would just try to get out of the city.
Oh, get out of the city.
Yeah. Unless there was some kind of festival or event going on in the city. But that's one thing that we're really lucky in Korea. Every small town, big town, whatever it is, they have something always going on.
Yeah.
And it's only possibly like a 3-hour drive, which is, I know for some people, 3-hour drive. I'm from Canada. I told you before, you had to go, days to get across the country. 3 hours for me is, just a quick nap. Yeah.
All right. So he would just leave the city.
And Yoonji's just like, I have to leave my house.
Yes. So anyway, if you suddenly had 3 days off, guys, what would you do? 지금 당장 여러분에게 3일 휴가가 생긴다면 여러분은 무엇을 하실 건가요? So that's our question. Anyway, thank you, Andrew. Thank you guys for listening, and we'll see you tomorrow.
Bye-bye, everyone.
Hello. That was today's Sized Banter segment. So let me remind you of the topic once again. If you suddenly had 3 days off, okay, whether it's Monday, Tuesday, or Wednesday, or I guess Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, right? What would you guys do? 지금 당장 여러분에게 3일 휴가가 생긴다면 여러분은 무엇을 하실 건가요? So I looked up some answers that people usually say when they're given 3 days off. And I guess people are wise, right? They would go, and clean the house to do laundry for 1 day. Another day for grocery shopping and run errands. And doing absolutely nothing on the third day. I thought that was really clever, right? And if you're married, I guess normally the answer would turn out totally different, right? You would say, I'd have to ask my wife first, right? Or my hubby first. Or maybe if you are a total introverted person, then I guess, doing nothing. Catching up on sleep. That's what I did on Sunday. Yes. So I went to church on Sunday and then came back home. And then I had a nice little nap, which felt so nice, right? So I caught up on my sleep. So I thought that was really pleasant. But sometimes I think that if you had 3 days off from work, that would be totally different story because I wouldn't want to waste time just, being stuck in my house, right? How about for you guys? Would you like to go on road trips? Maybe, we've talked about this before, but there's something called staycation, right? Or maybe, do some exercise like Steve or maybe 상규님, right? Or I would love to do this. It's volunteering. Have you guys ever volunteered at, the pet shelter, which I would definitely want to try? So anyway, and there are some people who are actually enjoying their 3-day weekend. It was Kevin, right? Oh, I'm so jealous, right? Oh, he had a 3-day weekend. He enjoyed it. Good for you. Oh, yes. So what did you guys do like for the 3-day weekend? Let's say that it's Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Well, what would you normally do? We have Jiyoon-nim saying, I think I would plan a trip right away. Somewhere in this country. Ooh, like Andrew. Maybe a place out of the city, somewhere quiet and peaceful. I would definitely want to go there. Oh, wherever it is. Can I follow you, Jiyoon-nim? I like to follow people, right? Oh, stalk them. But anyway, yes, quiet and peaceful. I would definitely love to go somewhere. And I thought for those of you who's been to Yeosu, can you tell me how that was? I've never been there. And I thought, just listening to the song, Yeosu 밤바다, I thought it would kind of give me the quiet, peaceful vibe. But I'm not sure. Let me know, guys. Yes. And also, to the banter question, we have Sang-Yun-nim saying, if there's no budget limit, I'll go to Singapore to catch up with my old classmates and ex-colleagues. If the vacation should be out of my pocket, I'll go to Seoul to catch up with friends. But Sang-Yun, you're forgetting something really important, right? Since he's married, you have to ask your wife, right? Oh, is it different for you guys? Oh, maybe. He's more free. Like a bird? Ooh, he would love to go to Singapore. That sounds really pleasant. To see his ex-colleagues, right? And catch up with their old, stories that they have been, up to. That would be nice. Also, we have Simon Dunim saying, I'd spend all 3 days out exploring the city. I'd visit new cafes, walk around places I've never been before, and maybe even try something fun, like a day class or a small event. Ooh, what kind of day class would you like to try? I mean, for me, I would like to go to France to take, one day class. Ooh, for florists, right? And get those thorns on my finger, which I did all the time. Also, we have Benny saying, for me, going to the beach and or going to the places that we've never visited beforehand. Oh, maybe in the Philippines, you guys have a lot of places hidden, right? That you can enjoy. Can you share some of the places for us, Benny? As a localist, we would love to know where is a hidden place in the Philippines so that maybe our next trip can be, that place. Although we have Truth Beg Nim checking in. Hello, saying, I'll be reading books and watching movies. And I think I'll mostly stay at home. But if I have to go outside, I will stay in the city where nobody knows me. Ooh, secluded in the desert. Right. Oh, but what if, there's nothing, like no supermarket, no convenience store? Would you be willing to go there, Truth Neem? Because for me, I am a foodie. So I would definitely need like a little, store nearby, even though I'm secluded. Anyway, reading books at home. That sounds really comforting, right? Also, we have Jenny Loves Music saying, I want to go somewhere I can see the sunset and Hokings by myself and have some reflection and having quality time and think about my way. So kind of looking back on my life, right? That sounds really pleasant. I was talking to Steve earlier about this, I was asking him about his MBTI, which I'm crazy about. And he said he is ENTJ, and even though he's an E, right, extroverted person, he likes to spend his, time alone. So I guess, people like to kind of enjoy their quality time alone, right? And same for Jenny Neem too. Anyway, thank you guys for sharing such wonderful stories. I guess everyone has their way of enjoying their 3 days off, right? So hopefully, with fingers crossed, right? We get to have 3 days off soon, very soon. So anyway, with that, we're going to take a song break, and here's Back Pocket by EXO.
Have me tucked up in your back pocket. 날 끌어당겼는 난 끌려가겠지 어쩔 수 없단 듯 등 말을 걸겠지 난 아끼지 않아 내 내 맘에 드는 건 고민 따위 없이 틈을 노려 쉽진 않겠지
흔들려 넌 이미 티를 냈어 나라는 사람이 궁금했어 그렇게 보는 눈빛에 닿는 곳은 너의 lips
It's you and me 결국 갖게 될 테니 You got me good Don't be so cruel
Yeah I'll do what you want me to 아무것도 아닌 척을 해 난 그 맘도 알아봐 And I love it I love it
깊이 속삭여 하나 둘씩 실루엣까지 So real So true Keep me with you In your back pocket yeah Back pocket back pocket 알고 있으냐 lose control 흐릿해져 넌 이 모든 건 Back pocket yeah Back pocket I'll be right there if you need someone In your back pocket yeah 익숙한 기시감 그림자가 되는 너의 behind 없던 일이 되게 너무 멀리 왔지 Don't press rewind 잠깐 검색해 what's up 또 한참 Tell me 너도 내 맘을 읽어 어차피 다음을 우린 알아
Yeah I'm confident that you need me 이런 식의 그림은
몰아칠수록 빠져들어 벌써 너도 날 원하지 어디든 멀리 저 끝까지 둘이 이어가자 원하고 있어 더 묻지 않아 더야 깊이 속삭여 하나 둘씩 실루엣까지 So real, so true Keep me with you In your back pocket, yeah Back pocket 알고 있으니 I lose control 흐릿해져 너와 내 모든 건 Back pocket, yeah Back pocket I'll be right there if you need someone In your back pocket 다가와 넌 어디쯤 이 거리 좁혀 벌어진 틈 이제 너조차 모르게끔 날 찾게 해 I'm overdose too yeah Never going down till I get you Ever 내가 돼줄까 너의 기쁨 오늘 밤 yeah 오늘 밤 In your back pocket yeah Back pocket I'll go insane yeah I lose control 흐릿해져 너 아니 모든 건 Back pocket yeah Back pocket
I'll be right there if you need someone
In your back pocket yeah
Now it's time for K-pop Dispatch, our weekday segment where we explore the news, stories, and movements that are shaping the K-pop world. And first up, we have 청춘의 일렉트로니카 Future Acoustic by Makutube. So this was released on March 15th, 2026, and it carries the emotional and poetic sound that Makutube is well known for. So he has always been an artist who blends electronic textures with warm acoustic melodies, and this track captures that contrast beautifully. And this song paints a cinematic picture, a late-night city after the last train has gone, where youth, love, and a little bit of loneliness all exist together. And there's a sense of nostalgia in the music, but also a feeling of movement, as if you're walking through those quiet streets, thinking about your dreams, memories, and the people who shared those moments with you. And it's the kind of song that feels both intimate and expansive at the same time. And next song is Happened by 홍이삭. So it's an acoustic folk style song that captures the quiet emotions that appear when relationships change or kind of drift apart. And the song revolves around a simple question: what happened to us? So rather than a dramatic storytelling, the music focuses on subtle feelings, those slightly awkward moments when two people realize something has shifted between them. And the singer Hong Isak is known for his natural, warm vocal tone and thoughtful songwriting. And his music often feels very personal, almost like a conversation told through melody. And with its gentle acoustic sound and reflective mood, this song invites listeners to kind of pause and think about those small emotional moments we experience in relationships. So with that, we're going to go listen to them back to back. First up, we have 청춘의 일렉트로니카 Future Acoustic by Moktube, followed by Happened by 홍이삭.
마지막 열차는 떠났으니까 낭만 속 공허를 헤매자 거리의 등불이 일그러지는 건 아마도 취한 것도 같지만 어둠이 사랑을 가리지 못해 우리 자유롭게 해 시끄러운 도시가 불편하면 달아가는 것도 좋아 조용한 우주를 수많은 숨소리로 가득 채우고 싶어질 테니 언젠가 지금을 추억하면 깨우쳐 낡은 바늘을 댄 LP 속엔 꿈의 바다가 일렁이네 자정의 마법을 어린 나의 영화로 영원히 남길래 라라라라 너의 웃음이 잿빛 선율을 부르게 그러니까 우린 다른 거야 다르니까 함께하는 거야 어디든 갈 수 있을 것 같아 바람이 되고 싶어 당신의 도시에 어울리는 락앤롤을 들으면 불꽃이 띄고 그명을 띄면 어떤 나랑이 맞추고 싶어질 테니 언젠가 지금을 추억하면 깨우쳐 빛나는 순간이 반짝이고 있다면 그것이 맞을 거야 언젠가 지금을 추억하며 함께 웃자 어둠이 사랑을 가리지 못해 우리 자유롭게 하네 달아가버리는 것도 좋아 공허한 우주를 수많은 숨소리로 가득 채우고 싶어질 테니 언젠가 네가 그리워 눈물 나겠지 I didn't seem to care about the words that we left unsaid before. I couldn't seem to feel what happened on the stage like that before. What just happened? What just happened? Will it work out for us? And I feel like a bomb, and I feel like a storm.
happen? What will happen? Will it happen for us? And I feel like a bomb, and I feel like a stone. Turn away from you and I never make a sound, just like thinking of you with my heart. But what happened? But what happened to us?
And now it's time for Song of the Day. So this is a moment where we choose one track that reflects the feeling of everything that we share throughout our show today. So earlier, we started with a simple question about friends, how sometimes the best moments together don't need a big plan. Just sitting around, sharing stories, and laughing about everyday things, and suddenly realizing, woo, hours have passed. So we also had some fun learning a memorable expression from the movie We Bought a Zoo, in Korean title 우리는 동물원을 샀다. And we talked about an interesting trend that's quietly making a comeback. Relaxed gatherings where comfort and conversation matter more than anything else. And imagined what we might do if we suddenly had 3 days off with nothing on the schedule. And of course, we checked in with a couple of fresh releases, including Makutu and Hong Isak's song in K-pop as well. So for today's Song of the Day, we picked a track that carries the same gentle vibe, something warm, light, and a little dreamy. So today's choice is 나비가 날아왔어요 by 수호. So this song has a soft and emotional atmosphere built around delicate melodies and Suho's warm vocals. And the title itself brings to mind a beautiful image. Butterflies quietly appearing, almost like small moments of happiness arriving when we least expect them. In a way, that feeling connects nicely with today's conversation too. Sometimes the most meaningful moments aren't the big dramatic ones, but the quiet, comfortable times we share with the people around us. So we're going to take a moment to enjoy this song. And here's today's song of the day, 나비가 날아왔어요 by 수호.
나비가 날아왔어요. 꿈은 아닌 것 같은데 가벼운 날갯짓으로 내 주위를 자꾸 맴돌아. 그대는 나비인가 봐. 잡힐 듯 잡히지 않아. 날 좋아하고 있다면 내게 와 기대줘요. 오늘은 나와 같이 있어줄래요? 조금도 부담 주진 않을게요. 오늘 밤 나와 같이 춤을 출래요? 화려하지 않아도 그대면 좋아요. 나비가 날아왔어요. 그대를 닮은 것 같아. 혹시 그대가 맞다면 내 곁에 머물러줘요. 되면 좋아요 나랑 같이 있어줄래요 아무것도 안 해도 돼요 조금씩 다가갈게 아주 천천히 내 어깨에 기대어 쉬어도 좋아요 그대가 내게 오네요 꿈은 아닌 것 같은데 혹시 날 사랑한다면 내 곁에 머물러줘요 그대는 나의 나비죠 내 맘도 쿵할 거예요 여긴 또 어디인 건데 막스 내게 무슨 일이 벌어진 건데 먼저 내게 내 이름부터 말해 한숨이 너무 눈부셔 지금 많이 헷갈려 사실은 나도 잘 모르겠어 아직은 나도 날 모르겠어 So lady 네가 나를 봤을 때 어때 맴돌아 머릿속에 맴돌아 너도 날 봐왔잖아 이건 상조대 아니야 내 모든 게 완벽해 주위에선 반응해 어제와 다르게 나를 쳐다보는 사람들 반응은 완전히 왜 잠깐만 혹시 이건 꿈인가 또 깨어나면 사라질까 겁이 나 왜 이래 아니라고 말을 해 빨리 대답해 깨기 전에 맴돌아 머릿속에 맴돌아 떠올라 머릿속에 떠올라 1, 2, 3, 4 그래 우린 내려서 5, 6, 7, 8 B-I-N-G-L 해가 거리에서 모든 것이 다른 사람 해가 거리에서 우린 내려서 B-I-N-G-O B-I-N-G-O 빙글 B-I-N-G-O B-I-N-G-O 그래 우린 내려서 B-I-N-G-O 어제와는 달라 어제와는 다른 날이 찾은 거야 이와 나를 잘 지켜봐 이제까지 나를 뒤돌아봐
That was 나비가 날아왔어요 by Suo, followed by Bingo, B-I-N-G-O by 24 to 4K+. So let's see what our sweeties are saying at the moment. We have 승철님 sending in 카톡 saying 저는 천안에 살아요. 평택에 친구가 사는데 친구를 평택에서 만나면 우리는 항상 복권 얘기를 해요. 친구는 월요일에 서울에 가자고 합니다. 친구는 이미 당첨된 것 같아요. 마음만. I'm very tired. So 승철님 is checking in. Hello 승철님. And he's saying that he's in Cheonan right now, which is located in South Chungcheong province, and his friend is in Pyeongtaek in Gyeonggi province. And he says that whenever he meets up in Pyeongtaek, they always talk about lottery, and his friend wants to go to Seoul with him on Monday. And it seems like he says that it seems like my friend already has won the lottery, and I'm very tired. Ooh, but anyway, lottery. Ooh, I've tried, that. My dad took me to this place and he gave me this piece of paper and I didn't know how to read it. So that was a little bit of a problem, right? I didn't even know how to read it. So I was like, did I win or did I not win? But anyway, you have a nice friend. You get to see him very often, huh? Right. Yes, so we should be all thankful that our friend is nearby us, right? And we get to see them very often. Oh, you're very blessed. Also, we have Kevin-님 saying, I'm home now. Hi, Yunji. How was your weekend? I take it that maybe you teach kids at a church. Not really. I don't know if they will let me teach them. I just say hi to kids and I like to give them hugs, right? Whenever they come to me and they make jokes. I'm like, oh yeah, all right. We're good friends. But anyway, thank you for sending in your message as well. We have Jenny Loves Music saying, yes, I usually talk on the phone and I actually have 2 daughters. One is very energetic and the other is calm. I know, the characteristics, like the characters are so different, right? Even for me and my brother, we are very similar looking alike person, but we have different characters, right? I mean, like there are some common things, but isn't it so interesting how one can be very energetic and one can be very calm, right? Anyway, thank you, Jenny, for sending in your message. And also for the banter question, we have Sangyun-님 saying, Yunji, I think I got your approval that I'll be free from the family responsibility. Hypothetically, didn't I? But in reality, of course, the 3-day vacation is for my family altogether. I'll take them to nearby places like Yeosu, which I mentioned earlier. And he's saying, goodbye, my hypothetical trip to Singapore and Seoul. Farewell, 再见, bye-bye, right? Sayonara. Oh, anyway, yes. But I think, taking a trip with your family or alone, those can both have great impact on your life, right? Hopefully. Also, we have Yunjung-님 checking in saying, good afternoon all. Yunji, hi. PD님, hi. Hello, Yunjung-님, hi. Welcome, welcome. Hope you're feeling good, okay? Tell us how you're feeling today. Anyway, we also have Yi-님 saying, I'm eating lunch and watching your program. Ooh, you're having lunch. I hope I didn't give you upset stomach. Yes. Also, we have Kevin-님 saying, okay, Yunji, couldn't really pay attention today, but I'm happy to see your face for 2 hours. Enjoy your day. Thank you, Kevin, for sending in your last message. That's so sweet of you. Also, we have PK님 saying, 윤지님 덕분에 월요일 시작이 좋았어요. 우후, 감사합니다. 감사. Also, we have 성윤님 saying, now I'm at my lunch restaurant to order my regular Monday meal. 마라샹궈. Okay. All right. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for sending in your messages. That just warmed up our day. And I gotta say, I hope that today's music on conversation added a small moment of comfort to your day. And before we say goodbye, let me leave you with one more song. And here's 11 by IVE. So enjoy the rest of your day, everyone. Take good care, and we'll meet you same place, same time tomorrow. Bye.
무표정했던 얼굴이 널 보며 빛나고 있어 널 담은 눈동자는 얼어 내 안에 빼곡하게 피어나는 날 같이 me feel like it